Good morning. It's about 10 years ago. Oprah pulled off something that no one had been able to pull off since 1965. What she pulled off was the cast reunion from The Sound of Music. Julie Andrews, Christopher Plummer, and all 7 of the kids were all together at the same place at the same time to be interviewed by Oprah. The 45th anniversary of The Sound of Music. It was fascinating to hear them reminisce and to talk about all that they had gone through and yet what life was back like when they were shooting the movie. And it's because we're going to be looking at The Sound of Music this Sunday in worship that I've been doing my research and going back and trying to find interviews and read so many different articles. But in this special thing by Oprah, it was fascinating to see that they also interspersed it with what The Sound of Music, the movie, meant to different people. There was a man named Greg. He was probably in his mid-60s, and he said it turned out that in the fall of 1966, his wife took him kicking and screaming to go see the movie The Sound of Music. He did not want to go. 7 months later, he was shipped out to Vietnam. He'd be there for a year. And he said during that year, he watched The Sound of Music 127 times. Because he said for 3 hours, each time, he could feel free. Transported to a different world. It brought him a world of peace. There's another young woman. Her name was Wendy. And it was fascinating. She was using sign language, but she said that she was 5 years old and profoundly deaf. And then at 5 years old, she had a cochlear implant. The first song that she ever heard was Julie Andrews singing The Hills Are Alive. She said it was just like having a 30-piece of orchestra in your head playing. She said it just basically blew her mind to hear that music. And that's what it was. Can you imagine Julie Andrews singing The Hills Are Alive when you've never heard music in your life? Well, it inspired her. It overwhelmed her. And she said, music is now her favorite thing. It really led her into becoming teaching sign language to interpreters who work in the theater. It has become her calling, and it is what she does because she wants people to be able to experience the theater even though they may have a hearing problem. She says The Sound of Music changed my life. The Sound of Music. Can you imagine having been profoundly deaf, your whole life being lived in silence, and suddenly you can hear, and you hear The Hills Are Alive? It made me think about the fact that there is beautiful music going on around us all the time. Music can make us feel alive, but sometimes we're so busy, sometimes we're so distracted by our problems and all the different responsibilities that we fail to stop and to hear the music. But there is beautiful music going on all around us, just like there will be this Sunday in worship as we look at The Sound of Music, but there is every day. Why not take time today to stop the busyness, to lift your head up from all of your problems, and to grow still, and to listen and hear The Hills Are Alive. Rejoice and give thanks. Have a great day.